Jasmine Bleu has been spreading lies everywhere, but the truth is finally catching up with her. We have the receipts and it's not looking good for her. We all know that I'm no stranger to drama, but who would have imagined that Jasmine would be the one involved in this crazy situation? Did she really think that people wouldn't figure out what's going on? Now, let me ask you, what happens when you create so many false narratives that even you can't remember what's true? Jasmine is going to get a harsh reality check because, trust me, her little fantasy world is collapsing quickly. Grab your snacks because this drama is bigger than the season finale of your favorite reality show. Let's dive into the shocking truth behind Jasmine's web of lies. Just when we thought the Mendeecees and Jasmine Blue's story couldn't get any messier, a whole new layer of deception just got exposed. And trust me, it's wilder than you could imagine. Jasmine Bleu has been caught, and this time the evidence is undeniable. But the real question is why she did it and what Yandy Smith's role in all of this. So stay put because what I'm about to reveal will make you doubt everything. Let's back it up a little. As everyone knows, Ms. Harris is a hip-hop boss, reality TV star, and, let's be honest, a magnet for controversy. From his past legal issues to his turbulent relationship with Yandy Smith, his life has been headline after headline. Then, Jasmine Bleu, a woman who appeared out of nowhere, dropped bombs that sent social media into a frenzy of accusations, and now, a web of lies so tangled that it's finally beginning to come crashing down. It all began when Jasmine made some shocking claims about Mises, painting a picture of a covert romance betrayal. This is where things get crazy. Jasmine claimed that she and I had a secret affair for years. With lavish trips, expensive gifts, and all these intimate moments that supposedly happened in the shadows. However, when people started piecing together the timeline, it didn't make sense. One thing about the internet is that once it starts digging, the real story will come out. Sources close to M have finally spoken up. And guess what? They're calling BS on Jasmine's entire story. Heartbreak social media went crazy, supporting her and defending everything she said. According to them, Jasmine was never that close to M's. They claim that she exaggerated their interactions and, in some cases, outright lied about them. The receipts? Oh, they're juicy. We're talking contradicting text messages, altered photos, and even fake screenshots that she allegedly used to support her claims. But wait, this is where things get even messier. Yandy Smith, has been unusually quiet throughout this whole drama. Normally, she's the first to respond, but this time there is radio silence, which means that something is up. People are claiming that Yandy is aware that Jasmine is lying, but she is choosing to remain silent in order to avoid adding fuel to the fire. And let's not forget about social media. Twitter threads are consuming everything Jasmine says. Instagram pages are revealing the truth, and blogs are going bonkers. Some fans are calling for Jasmine to apologize, while others still think there is some truth to her claims. But here's the crazy part. There are rumors that someone else has been feeding her lies, coaching her, and even paying her to maintain this act. And guess what? Someone very close to M is being blamed. Could it be an ex, a former business partner, or a family member with a grudge? Whatever it is, they appear determined to take him down. And Jasmine, well, she might just be a pawn in this whole messy game, but let's talk about these so-called receipts. Jasmine swore that she had text messages that proved that Ms. was in love with her. But guess what? Experts examine those texts, and let's just say that Photoshop is a powerful tool. The messages look like they were edited. The fonts don't match. The timestamps are off. And DCS are adamantly claiming that they never happened. Jasmine girl, the walls are closing in, and let's not even talk about that leaked phone call where M allegedly confessed his love. The audio experts say the call sounds manipulated, and they speculate that it may have been pieced together from various conversations edited to fit her story. The truth is coming out because Jasmine's credibility is now in ruins, and her entire story is unraveling faster than she can keep up with. However, this is where things take a turn for the worse. Her ex-friend just came forward and dropped a bombshell. claiming that Jasmine admitted in private that she embellished parts of her story to make it more believable. This friend, has screenshots of conversations where Jasmine directly confesses to spicing things up for attention, y'all. I know you're dying to hear what's going to happen because, trust me, this mess is far from over. You won't believe the lengths Jasmine went to in order to keep this lie alive. We're talking about fake documents, staged photos, and some shady dealings that could land her in serious legal trouble. But don't worry, we're breaking it all down next. Stay tuned because part 2 is about to be even hotter. Will she continue to double down and keep up the act, or will she come clean before the internet completely turns against her? We thought this drama couldn't get any wilder, but it flips the script in the most shocking way possible. Social media is in complete chaos right now, and the tea is hotter than ever. If you thought that Jasmine Blue's exposure was the height of this mess, buckle up. Because the scandal is unraveling faster than a reality TV reunion fight. Let's get started. You remember how Jasmine became entangled in all those contradictions? Well, it didn't stop there. As soon as the first bomb dropped, people began to dig deeper, and what they discovered? It's bad. Allegedly, yes. Allegedly, Jasmine has been playing a whole different game behind the scenes. And the receipts, baby, are out for public viewing. Screenshots, voice notes, and everything. Internet detectives have been working non-stop for a long time. And just when you thought things couldn't get messy, I, who had been silent the entire time, finally had enough. According to sources, he aired everything out, claiming that Jasmine was never the innocent, well-meaning victim she played herself out to be. He also claimed that she was manipulating the entire situation. And now that she's been exposed, she's lashing out because her little game was flipped on her. But let's go back a bit. Remember how this began? Jasmine came out swinging, making it seem like men had some deep, dark secrets. But then, boom, receipts began rolling in, and all of a sudden she was the one looking shady. Now that the person pointing fingers has the most to conceal. Any hope that she and Jasmine will ever be friendly is gone, according to insiders. Yandi is certain that Jasmine has been plotting your downfall from the beginning, and you can't blame her. Imagine realizing that someone you once trusted is out there, giving you snake energy. Speaking of snakes, let's talk about how Jasmine's own circle is turning against her because people start talking when they realize they've been duped. Now, a few people from Jasmine's own camp are turning on her with some shocking revelations. Allegedly, yes. We're keeping it cute with Jasmine allegedly knew her story was based on shaky ground. But she went ahead with it anyway, believing she could control the narrative and manipulate the internet. Even worse, there are rumors that she had a backup plan in case things went wrong. But guess what? That plan just crashed and burned. Rumor has it that Jasmine was about to release more so-called evidence to shift the heat, but before she could do so, someone from her own team flipped. And now the internet has completely turned against her. The damage control appears to be extremely sloppy, so the real question is, what comes next? Point Jasmine is in a tight spot with no viable options left. Em and Yandi have stopped playing into her antics, and the public has seen them all the way through the act. Some of the biggest gossip blogs that initially wrote for Jasmine are now backing off after realizing they may have been fed a messy plate of lies. Speaking of lies, let's talk about how Jasmine has been handling all of this, because she went from making bold accusations and standing on her toes to suddenly backtracking and claiming she was misunderstood. Oh, Jasmine, misunderstood how? Because of the way those initial statements looked. You wanted people to believe one thing. But now that the truth is out, it's not what I meant, girl. But it's even funnier that people are still standing up for her. Like, makes sense? How are you guys still riding for someone who got caught lying at some point? You have to admit the person you're capping for isn't the victim here. But the real kicker is that this story isn't even over because there are whispers that this is going to get even more bizarre. I'm talking about legal threats, more receipts dropping, and possibly a full-blown public statement from Mies himself. If that happens, Jasmine's done for good because he doesn't move until he has everything in order. So if he's getting ready to speak again, you already know he's coming with something big. Few of you are aware that this drama is getting messier by the second. And we're not even close to the end. Yet part 3 is about to get even more intense. So grab some popcorn because the grand finale is coming up, and believe me, you won't want to miss it. And just when you thought the story couldn't get any wilder, the internet goes into full swing. But guess who isn't keeping quiet? Yandi Smith. And when she speaks, the entire world listens. While the internet was still analyzing Jasmine's most recent stunt, Yandi went live on Instagram, and let me tell you, she wasn't holding back. She stared directly into the camera, looking as though she was on a mission. And you would think that after M got dragged into this mess, he would be the one leading the charge. But no, Yandi had it all covered. In her famous opening statement, she said, "I have stayed silent long enough. But y'all need to hear the real truth. I can't sit back and let these lies spread anymore." The internet held its breath, wondering if she was going to reveal more receipts or something significant. Let's just say what happened next. Yandi didn't just call out Jasmine Corley, though. No, she went straight for her credibility by listing all the times Jasmine had been caught lying. How this wasn't even the first time she had done this. And just when people thought it couldn't get messier, Yandi pulled out screenshots. We don't know who was giving her this information, but she was ready. She scrolled through her phone, reading out messages, timestamps, and everything. When the screenshots appeared, the comment section went crazy, with people typing so quickly that it appeared like they were trying to crack FBI files. One of the biggest bombshells was that Yandi revealed texts from months ago in which Jasmine Bleu was pleading for attention. And get this, she even hinted that she would be willing to say whatever it took to get some headlines. Said things like, "The internet had no mercy, so Jasmine has been plotting, girl. Cancel her immediately." I knew something was wrong with her. But she's done it by dropping receipts like a grocery store cashier, and I'm here for it. And then, without even a day having gone by, people were unfollowing Jasmine Bleu, dragging her, and calling for her to be canceled. But wait, because just when you thought things couldn't get any worse for Jasmine, another plot twist hit. Remember how quiet I had been the entire time? Well, it turns out that he was sitting on something major because late that night, M posted a cryptic Instagram story without a caption. A screenshot of some texts, and boy did it set the internet on fire. People zoomed in and tried to piece together every word, and then he dropped a full statement. Let's just say that Jasmine wasn't prepared for the smoke. Messi said straight out that he had kept quiet out of respect for his family, but he was done with the lies. He confirmed that Jasmine had been fabricating stories for months, and he had evidence that she was feeding them to blogs. The internet was a war zone, and people were working feverishly to piece everything together. Just when you thought it couldn't get messy, Yandi jumped in again with another bombshell, hinting that Jasmine had done this before with another celebrity, but managed to brush it under the rug at this point. At this point, Jasmine Blue's entire empire of lies was collapsing like a house of cards. She attempted damage control by posting a weak message about how people were misinterpreting her, but no one was buying it. By the following morning, she had disabled her Instagram comments. And word on the street brands was slowly moving away from her. But just when you thought everything was going to settle down, there was another twist. Someone, most likely an old friend of Jasmine's, leaked some old dimes, revealing that she had been plotting for a long time. Let's just say those messages were not a good look, as they were full of clumsy plans where Jasmine talked about stirring things up and using as for Yandi and Maisie. Well, they were thriving. Yandi was receiving praise for standing her ground, and Maisie was busy watching Jasmine Blue's lies fall apart in front of her eyes. The moral of the story is that when you play dumb games, you win dumb prizes. Jasmine Bleu just won herself the biggest L of 2025. However, what do you guys think of this? One message even said, "They eat this drama up. All I have to do is drop a few hints and the blogs do the rest." The end of Jasmine Blue's career. Or do you think she'll attempt to recover if Mendeecees and Yandi take legal action? And most importantly, who will be the next to be exposed? Share your thoughts in the comments section. hit the like button. And make sure to subscribe because, believe me, this tea is far from over. Jasmine Blue's entire plan collapsed in front of her. And she truly believed she could play the game and win. But the internet had other ideas. The phony narratives and attention-seeking stunts backfired more quickly than she could disable comments. But the real question is, will she disappear for a while in the hopes that people will move on? Or is she already brewing another controversy to stay relevant? I need to hear from you all. Is Jasmine officially canceled, or do you think she'll find a way to come back? Please let me know in the comments. Trust me, this isn't the end of the drama. There's more tea brewing, and you don't want to miss it. So hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning. And what about Yandi and Maisie? Should they take legal action? Do they have even more dirt to draw? See you everyone at the next one.